Girl, let me put on a wig so I can look like a real trans woman, girl. Because in order for me to look like a real trans woman, I gotta put a wig on. So, girl, I was just on Armon's Wiggins live, right? So I'm on Armon Wiggins live, and they're talking about trans people being a part of the trans community, right? I have to be careful because I don't have no bottoms on, honey. I'm, from the top up, like you be in the meetings online, honey. Below this, honey, is homemade coochie going on. But anyway, girl, I goes on the live, and I really wasn't, I really didn't need to be on the panel, but our mom was inviting people to the panel, inviting people for the panel discussion. And so, I don't want people to think that I'm scared to say what I gotta say. So, just like I was when I got off the live, girl, I had to come back, girl. I got to vent. This not finna be long. I'm just being messy right now. Really, honestly, just being messy. Like, that's why I titled this video like I said, because I'm really just being messy right now. So I had to put on my wig so I look like a real trans woman. Because, in order to be a real trans woman, you know what I'm saying? You got to have on your wig. I got on my real Take Me Serious trans woman wig. Take me seriously. Okay, this is the Take Me Serious. I'm a real trans woman wig. So anyway, girl, I goes on there, girl. I'm commenting in the comment section, and they like, don't be talking all that noise in the comment section if you ain't gonna come on the yard stream. So you know me, I ain't never scared. I clicked the link. Girl, when I tell you, when I clicked that link, Armon booted me off that pedal when he saw me come on there with this crooked smile, with these crooked teeth, baby. When he saw that crooked teeth niggers come up on that live, honey, Armon said, he hurried up and scurried me off that live. Oh, you shall not pass. Armon said, not on my watch. Ooh, ooh, baby. If you watch the video, my face clicks up for just a brief second. You see me, I come on the live like this. Baby, he hit that boot button. When he saw that face, he hurried up and got me off of that live. That live he just did. He booted me out. Then in the comment section, they're going to try to say, oh, why you ain't coming on the live because you scared? Boo, I came on the live. They booted me off the live. And then the whole conversation was really centered around trans women, and the reason why the T needs to be broke away is for trans women. So y'all really don't care if the trans men stay a part of, because what about all these trans men who are attracted to men? What about all these trans men who in gay relationships? So what happens? What happens with that? Where do they go? Then when we start, because being a woman is not about genitalia, because this is a construct. It's not about genitalia. Because if being a woman is about your genitalia, then where does that leave trans men? And they always successfully manage to center trans women, but they wonder why trans women is taking up so much space. Y'all always centering trans women. Like when every time gay men start talking about the T, we know which one they talking about. Every time gay men bring up the T, we know which one they're talking about. They don't center trans men. Y'all don't talk about trans men. They're supposed to be y'all brothers. Why y'all don't put them on blast? Like, why y'all don't talk about them like y'all talk about trans women? Every time you look around, you can be sure that when gay men start talking about trans people, they definitely talking about trans women. Gay men do not center trans men. Why? Why y'all don't center trans men? Why y'all always center trans women? So I got my wig on so you can take me seriously right now. So yeah, I just basically I just basically wanted to come on and just vent and say that because this is the thing that gets me. So I'm in the comment section because I will drag for Armon. If Armon ever try to come for me and drag for my crooked teeth or talk about my status, he swear to God that he don't, drag for people and put people down. But I know he do. If he ever try to come for my motherfucking crooked teeth, you can say what you want to say about these crooked teeth. But baby, out of this crooked mouth comes the truth. Everyone, all your teeth fake, just like the words that come out your mouth. You fake mouth. That's your tribe name. Fake mouth. Him fake mouth. How fake mouth? The fake mouth one. Don't do me. Cause we not about to play these games, like, for real. See, that's why y'all never did like me. That's why y'all never did like me. But guess what? Out of this crooked mouth, out of these crooked teeth, come the truth. Some of y'all got the straightest, most prettiest teeth in the world, and it lies, nothing but lies falling out your face. So I'll follow you, I'll support you, and when you right, I'ma agree with you. Because I go up in his comment section and I say positive things about him. Because he's a Gemini like me. So sometimes I ride with him. Sometimes he say things and I agree with it. But when you don't, because I follow you, because in a sense I look up to you, because you are a person who looks like me, even though sometimes I feel like the self-hate is real with you. Because you always somewhere highlighting a girl that looked like Cardi B or a girl that looked like Nicki Minaj. Like every time you say a girl is pretty, it always be a girl with some wet and wavy bundles, or a girl who looked like she mixed race. Like I never really seen you give life to no 100%. You know what I'm saying? Mandingo princess. Like I never really seen you give life to a girl that's black from her head to her toes, like her hair tightly coiled. She got a wide nose and some big lips. Like I never really seen you give a girl like that no life. You always give them girls life who look like they've been surged and who look like they mixed with something. Like them the girls you call pretty. Them the girls she's a very pretty girl. When she had the wig on and when she look like she high maintenance. Them the girls that you give life to. The girls that look like they could get on RuPaul's Drag Races and give them a go. Them the girls you give life to. So, and I mean, I get it. You're a gay man. You're not attracted to women. You're not attracted to femininity. So really, honestly and truly, you just think the illusion is pretty. So when you see girls who are about the illusion, girls who are high maintenance, girls who will take all that extra for, girls who maybe if you put on a wig and got a little work done, you could actually compete with. Because you live for a bought made up girl. You live for a surge girl. And girl, Ahmad ain't the most masculine man in the world. I ain't never met him in person, but I know he ain't that tall. Them hands kind of big, but I think Ahmad could be cunt. I think Ahmad could be fish. With a little work, it could be pussy. So, gay men always live for the type of girl that looked like she was completely made. Like she was just a complete science project because that seems more within their reach. Oh, I could look like her. Oh, I can see. I natural girl. They ain't too much for the Wakanda girl. Girl, look, not my internet. Look at this. My internet wanted to break up on me when I'm doing stuff like this. But yeah, I'm not gonna be on here forever. I just wanted to come on here and say, Chell, I tried. I didn't need to go on the live because I was eating them comment sections up. And they always bring the type of girls on to talk. These young girls are these girls that's really just parakeets for what they hearing in mainstreams. Never like really, girls who really authentically trying to figure out this journey for themselves. You bring on these advocates. Because one girl came on there and said, you can get your gender marker changed on your birth certificate without having a sex change. You can't do that everywhere. You can't do that in Louisiana. You can't do that in Mississippi. It's a lot of places you cannot get your gender marker changed on. And even when they change it, they don't erase what you were, they amend it. They add something to it. They don't erase what you were born. They don't put you were born female. They amend it. So you still can see, oh, this wasn't this at first. And see, this is where the whole trans movement start to become problematic for me. This is where the whole trans movement start to become problematic for me. Because now, what is a woman? Like, that was the question that everybody got stomped on his show. Like, females couldn't answer that question. Trans women couldn't answer that question. You hear trans women always saying, I've always felt like a woman. What does that mean, though? Because there's gay men who feel like women and they still identify as gay men. Gay men call themselves she and girl and child and cis and girl and be just as much woman as you with a full beard and a six-pack. So what is a woman? What is it, really? What is a man? What is it? Somebody riddle me this. Somebody tell me. Because I think a lot of people who lead in the conversation don't know. And you saw it on that panel discussion. All of them people on there live. And not one of them could answer the fucking question. What is a woman? That's why I say I'm whole. And I say I lean more towards the path of my foremothers. I've always resonated more with my foremothers. And see, that language has to be developed, and it's not going to be developed in a patriarchal society. Because who wants to do that in a patriarch? Who wants to take time to do that work? Then they say, oh, because the trans movement is starting to overshadow the gay movement. Sweetheart. The gay movement have been going on since whoever threw that shot glass in Stonewall. That was nearly 50 years ago. How much space do gay and lesbian people need to take up? You mean to tell me trans people can't have 10 years? Gay people have been making front page news the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. Trans people can't have 10, 20 years? They can't have a decade or two to figure things out? So, yeah. I just felt like the whole conversation was clickbait. So baby, I clicked on it. I'm entertaining. I'm all in the comment section. I'm saying the stuff that ain't nobody else finna say. Cause I noticed nobody was commenting the way that I was commenting. And I know why people censor me. Because I take all of the fun out of the game. My conversation really takes all of the fun out of the game. It calls for realness from everybody. You can't sit up here and pretend, trans people can't sit up here and I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman. Well, boo, what is a woman? What is a woman? I've always felt like I was a woman. Okay, well, what is a woman then? I've always felt more like a woman. Okay, because you wear wigs. Because you got surgeries. Because you feminine. Child, gay men get Botox. That's a surgery. Gay men wear wigs. Gay men act feminine. So does that make them a woman too, sis? What make you a woman? And it all goes back to the acknowledgement and the honoring of goddess energy and of your foremothers, the celebration of your foremothers, the acknowledgement of your foremothers, the acknowledgement and the attributes that womankind, those who resonate with that construct, have brought to society. And none of those girls are going to give you that, because for these girls, it's really just about the illusion. It's really just about the aesthetic. A lot of superficial girls are leading the conversation. And those are the type of girls that gay men gravitate to, because deep down inside, she still thinks like a gay man. Many times. Because if you really, really are invested in your womanhood, if you really are invested in understanding the journey and the plight of womankind, then, sweetheart, you will be comfortable with stripping yourself of all of that. All of that stuff. You'll be comfortable with stripping yourself and really just trying to see, because so many women have different experiences. It's women with bald heads, it's women with facial hair, it's women with unibrows, it's women with flat chests, it's women with no hips, it's women who can't have children. It's all kind of different women. And so if you really are trying to explore and understand womanhood, then you're not just going to stick to one particular look, because you're only going to have that experience. You're going to change your hair. You're going to dress different sometimes. You want to experience all of it, because you're really trying to understand the whole construct, as much of it as you can experience. You want to experience all of it so you can speak to it. That's why I say you can't define my pussy. I got more brands than the deep blue sea, because I'm constantly re-imaging myself. I walk outside the door many days and people don't know who I am one day to the next, because my look changes that much. Because I want to see how I'm going to be perceived this way, how I'm going to be perceived that way, how I'm going to be treated when I do this, how I'm going to be treated when I do that. Sometimes I intentionally look more masculine. And this is the gag. On days when I think I look the most masculine, that is the days when I'm the most passable to heterosexual people. I go outside with this wig on and some lashes, I'm going to get clocked before I make it to the corner. This never works for me. I'm the clockiest when I do all this shit. When I go out with a baseball cap on, a t-shirt on, looking butch, looking like a stud, I get ma'am all day. The moment I throw on a wig and a lash, it's clock silly. Only in the gay community do you get life for looking like a drag queen. And that's the thing, because the trans community is getting so big and the gay community is getting so big, there are more gay spaces and more trans spaces. And so you're seeking approval from the gay community now. You're seeking approval from the queer community. You're not really seeking approval from heterosexual people anymore. And that's okay. It's okay not to seek approval from heterosexual people. But understand, when these constructs were created, it was created to get approval from cis heterosexual people. The binary was created to get to be verified and to be validated by cis heterosexual people. It was not created to get validation from cis queer people. I mean, from queer cis people and from trans people. Like, that's not what the construct was created for. When we started performing what it means to be a woman and performing what it means to be a man, we wanted approval from cis heterosexual people, because this was their world. This was their society. This was for them. But now, since the trans community is growing astronomically, because the gay community is growing astronomically, who a lot of us want validation from is queer people. And queer people many times are here for the drag. They're here for the show. They're here for the performance. What can you give me? Let me see lash. Let me see veneers. Let me see this. Razzle me, dazzle me. And the only problem that I have with the razzle and dazzle is because I've never met a person that was all of those things, had perfect teeth, perfect skin, perfect hair, beautiful, dressing like the way society says. I've never met a person who looked like that, who was not shallow and materialistic and just totally detached from what is really going on in the world. Most of the people that I met that look like Barbies are fake. This is why I don't gravitate to California, because a lot of people in California look surged. And I noticed that a lot of trans girls, when they move to California, their social media start getting real. So they social media, the next thing you know, it's the performances all the time. The next thing you know, you see all of this. I mean, it just started looking real draggy. It just started looking like they start looking like clowns. And if me sitting in front of the camera with crooked teeth and a bald head that's mine, and crooked teeth that's mine, even though I am working on getting my teeth, I am doing the Invisalign. I'm working on that now. So I'm planning on getting these girls a little straighter because I do want them to be straighter as I get older, just for cosmetic reasons. I do want straighter teeth. Straighter, whiter teeth, but I don't want no veneers. I don't want no fake teeth. I got enough fake shit. I got it while I was young. But I don't have a desire for that. But I do want my teeth to be straighter. But I'm not interested in being fake. I'm not interested. Like I can have fake parts, fake boobs and fake hips and a homemade pussy. I can have all of that and still be my real self. Still be authentic. You know what I'm saying? I never sold my soul. That's why when people say, "Oh, when you get a sex change, you sell your soul," I ain't sell shit. I'm still me. I'm still me. And that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I'm not an example of someone who you can say, "Oh, she one of them girls who got the sex change and went crazy." Child, I've always been crazy. Child, I've always been. Child, when I had a penis, I was crazy. And if you ask me, we all a little crazy. Albert Einstein said, "No great mind can exist without a touch of insanity." I'm happy to be crazy. I'm happy I'm not like the rest of you people to me. When I go out into the public and I meet people, she doing that again. When I go out into the public and I meet people, when I go out into society, I don't have bad experiences when I'm by myself, when I'm talking to people, when I go into the grocery store, when I go into any place that I go and I'm holding conversations and talking with people, I have beautiful experiences. I don't leave out my door and every time I go out my door, it's a problem or it's violence or it's always, I'm looking over my shoulder and all that. That's not my narrative. So people can say what they want to say about me and feel how they want to feel about me. But when I maneuver through society, it speaks for itself. I go places sometimes and I be minding my business and people will walk up to me and want to talk to me, or people will want to interview with me, or people will want to take pictures with me. And don't let me be feeling my regalness. When I walk outside my door with my little African hats on and walk outside my door with my little dresses on, all you hear is blessed, blessed, queen, blessed, queen. That's all I get all day long. Blessed, queen, queen, blessed, blessed, all day long. Blessed, queen, queen, blessed, queen, beautiful, queen, blessed, blessed. So it don't matter what a butch queen say about me. It don't matter what a trans girl who's still trying to figure out what she has, she don't know her coochie from a hole in the ground. It don't matter what y'all think of me. That's not how society sees me. That's not my struggle. That's not what I went through. I didn't even go through that when I was in New Orleans. I went through difficulty because I was always trying to hold up the flag for the trans community. And look how that worked out. Put myself on the front line for that movement, and look how that worked out. Look how well that worked out. But you live and you learn. You live and you learn. That's why I am the mother, father, the Kaneen of my own movement. And I don't care if I ain't got but 5 people in this movement. Jesus only had 12 disciples, and look at what the Bible is doing now. Jesus didn't have but 12 that was dedicated. And look at where it's at now. So all I need is a handful. All I need is enough to gather around the table. Boo. Anyway, let me get off this live because I done gave it enough attention. But I just noticed how interesting it was. That they wanted to have a conversation about trans people being a part of the LGBT community. And you're not going to be able to separate trans people from the LGBT community, just like this notion of being able to separate based on race. It's never going to happen because there's too many biracial children. And just like there's too many biracial children for black people to separate from white people, from black people to segregate, segregation is never going to happen because there's too many biracial children in this nation. And so the same thing happens in the gay community. The trans community is never going to be able to separate from the LGBT community because there's too many intersections that are going to keep us together. Blacks can't separate from whites because it's too many biracial children. And gays can't separate from trans because there's too many intersections, boo. So let those girls have their season. Period. You can't get real from superficial. Exactly. Cough, cough, blossom, sea brown. Girl. Oh my goodness. It's the soul that needs a surgery. Girl! It wasn't the breast. You didn't need facial film, boo. You didn't need that. It was I need a healing for my soul. Send me a healing for my soul. I need a healing for my soul. Just for my soul, I need healing. Oh yes! Oh yes! Just for my soul. Just for my soul. I'm from Cali and I'm down to earth. It's not everyone. That's why I don't fit into the community. Okay? Okay? All right? Well, girl, that's good to know that not all those, but I see so much fraudulent behavior. I see so much fraudulent behavior. I am biracial and I don't consider myself black. I'm biracial. And that's fair. I don't think that biracial people should be forced to identify as black. You know, that's that whole one drop rule, black people buying into massa. Like no, you like black people. That's black people being rooted in patriarchy and being rooted in an oppressive system. Biracial people should not be forced to identify as black. Biracial people should be able to identify. I think we all, not even just being biracial, I think that we all should be able to celebrate the different nuances that are in our DNA. I think we should all be able to celebrate the different aspects of our DNA. And I think once we become a people who can do that, we will realize that it's not really going to divide us. It's actually going to bring us together because more of us will start to celebrate it. Yeah, everybody's measurements is differently. You may have more European blood or more Spanish blood or more Irish blood or more indigenous blood or more African blood or more of this tribe or more of that tribe than another person. But at the end of the day, you're all celebrating your unique blend. Your unique blend. Your unique imprint. A man, a woman. Gal, these people out here use us as a gimmick. This is what I said, Pat. Pat, that's what I said in the comment section. I said it ain't nothing but a gimmick. And they be talking about where the trans women at who got their own businesses and where the trans women at that's doing all of these great things in society. They don't give a shit about this movement because they know it's a gimmick. Then a lot of these women who making the most impact and doing the most stuff, they living in stealth. They don't need to have no parts of this. Child, y'all go ahead and tap dance for massa and try to get you a bigger crumb so you can go sit down in the corner like I've been doing. Because I'm already good over here. I don't need to tap dance. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a girl who came from the country. I was born in New Orleans. I grew up in the country. I grew up in the Baptist church. I was ignorant. And to a certain degree, I'm still ignorant. I will never profess to know everything. For everything that I know is so much more that I don't know. But I was pretty much a country girl who really didn't know. And so I was hurt a lot and used a lot and played on a lot because I didn't know. You know, I thought every fight was mine. I thought I had to show up and represent all the time, you know, because I was just so tired of us dying and no one telling our stories. And when people did talk about us, it wasn't really nothing that they were saying. But, oh, girl, her hair was cute. Girl, her shoes was cute. Girl, she used to be dressed nice, girl. Like, nobody never really knew who we were. And I felt like we had some amazing stories and I wanted to share. But now I realize it's really not that important. Like, I get on YouTube and I talk, but my YouTube channel isn't about me becoming famous. It isn't about me being in the limelight. It's about me finding my tribe, those people that I connect with so that we can sow into each other, support each other, invest in each other. I can use my gifts to bless your life and you can use your gifts to bless my life. It's just about me venting, expressing myself, celebrating the people who can relate and connect with me. Like, it's not about, like, this is not a job for me. This is not a hustle for me. I don't get on YouTube and get on social media for a hustle. A lot of people who look like me use this as a hustle and they try to pretend like they're being authentic. It's okay to get your money, but understand that a lot of when people are using the internet for a hustle, they say problematic things on purpose. They say things that are controversial on purpose. You know, I say controversial things, but I'm also going to say why. I'm going to give you a backstory. I'm not just going to say some fuckery and not really explain why I'm saying it. But the whole mastery of doing a gimmick is for you to just say some fuckery, stand by that, and not really explain yourself. And there are people out there who are going to follow you because they want to benefit from being able to do fuckery. Because if you're doing fuckery, then that means we don't really have to grow. We don't really have to expand in consciousness. We just all gonna thrive in fuckery and bullshit. Fuckery and bullshit. We're gonna thrive in this realm. But Wendy Williams did that. A man, a woman. And so, like I said in the last video, Ahmad, you love reporting on what's going on with Wendy, but you give me a Butch Queen version of Wendy yourself. So I'm just saying, a lot of men do not even want to pay 50-50 or the bills, but want to be the head. Ain't that something? Like, just because you like, and I was listening to the gay men talk about that, talking about how in sex there's always going to be a need for some type of phallic representation. Like, a penis is always going to be involved, and gay men don't have to play with the toys. Gay men have real penises. And I was like, but boo, I like toys, period. Like, it don't have to be shaped like no dick. Like, girls play with bullets. What you mean? We're always gonna like some type of penetration? We always gonna enjoy some type of penetration? Some type of stimulation? Because girls be playing with vibrators, girls be playing with silver bullets. Like, it's so many different toys. Not everybody needs to play with a penis. Not everybody needs to be laid up with a penis. Like, there's so many different type of sex toys. And a lot of men play with sex toys too. A lot of men love a good dildo in their booty hole too. And they got a dick. And they could get some dick from their partner and still want dick. Plastic ones. Why wouldn't we? We live in a society that worships a man. This is the society that we live in. We wasn't born into a society that praised the yanni, that praised the vagina. We was born into a society that worships dick. Literally. Father God, King Jesus, Allah, all these men, many men, many men. Like, we worship men. So why wouldn't somebody want some dick? I'm still trying to figure out what it means to be a woman. As a child, I was bullied and called gay and called a boy. Although I'm cisgender, this thing is too much. Girls will come on to me. Girl, they was coming on to you, girl. But we're all human at the end of the day. We're all human at the end of the day, right? This country is nice. I think womanhood is different for everyone. I know mine is right. And you make it what you want it to be. I think it's just about being willing to die for what you believe in, standing by it. If that's what you identify as, sweetheart, don't be one of those girls or one of those butch queens or one of those gay men who be wondering, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman. Then when you get in the public and there's some violence and there's some danger afoot, all of a sudden you're a man again. See, what being a woman is about is standing for that. The same thing that being black is about. Standing for that. Being willing to die for that. Being willing to die for what you believe in. Period. It's very simple. I say I'm a woman. I believe I'm a woman. I'm willing to die for it. I'm willing to put skin in the game for the cause of womanhood. Same thing being a man is about. Same thing being an American is about. Same thing, whatever group you belong to, it's about being willing to stand by that, being willing to die for that. Period. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. And on spiritual newspaper, you're right, I am crazy. I am crazy. I'm a little plucked. But at 39, I'm still trying to figure out what being a woman means, being cisgender. you can still be confused. I guess we're finding ourselves every day. Right. So, it's just finding something that you connect with, finding a space you connect with, finding a space that feels like home for you, putting down roots in that space or already having roots in that space and being willing to grow in that space, huh? Being willing to grow in that space. And so, with that being said, I can take the serious wig off now. But anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me for this video. And girl, yeah, let Armon know, baby. We was never scared to come on that live. I don't need to come on, but my fingers work fine in that comment section. Down the now that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning in Gani Yanko Kalukalo, which means I'm a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Love you too, Pat.